Good rising angels. I'm going to start it with an affirmation. Loving yourself. I am love. I am loving. I am loved. And that's how you do it. And say it every day. You can look in the mirror and say it, and you're going to exude it. You're going to feel it. It's all in it. That's the secret. Feel it. Your purpose life, your divine life, day 19. Cultivating community. And we understand that love is when we realize that Christ gave his life for us. And that means we must give our lives. And that's in 1 John 3:16. And with my opinion, for your family, you know, defending your loved ones, yes. The point to ponder, community requires commitment. There's so much violence that is going on now. This whole weekend, they said it was shootings all over the place in Chicago, and people were boarding up their businesses again. And I'm like, are we just going in circles here with this debacle, nonsense, disgusting destruction of cities, eh, businesses, schools? You know, at some point, people are going to have to stand up and step in and stop this, because this has been ongoing. And when we were growing up, I can't even say that that was happening. I know, yes, there were, riots in the 60s and the civil rights, and, that evil debacle that took place, and the Panthers, and, all the people fighting for different rights, women's rights. And I'm saying all this is to say that now that we're all the way up to 50 plus years later, we're not doing any better. And, this book here, it's it's to help you on this earth, if, to figure out your purpose. And so the point to ponder, community requires commitment, and the question to consider: how could I help cultivate the characteristics of a real community in my small group, my neighborhood, my school, my job, my business, and wherever you go on your day to day? How can you make a difference to help build a genuine fellowship? And you must make the effort to do these things in honesty and be humble. That's not saying to let somebody walk all over you. And so be honest, respectful here, courteous, confidential. If someone confide in you, don't spread gossip and rumors. Um, have regular contact, keep in touch, Families don't even keep in touch. You know, it's a lot of people in my family that I haven't spoke to in forever. And sometimes, we'll, uh, get on our each other's social media and, talk, how you doing, or, speaking on a special event. It's mainly like that. If it's a wedding, birthdays and, you know, funerals. So a relationship takes time and effort, and the benefits outweigh the cost. And Jesus expects us to love one another in the way that He loves us. And that would be hard to do if you didn't experience love growing up. But if you did, you can do it. It's not a hard thing for you because you know love and you can express yourself, and it's healthy. You know, if growing up was negative and violence and whatever's going on with the parents, it's not fair to the children to carry on like that. And for those of you that's continuing that in this day and time, you need to get it together. And so here's a verse. James 3:18. You can develop a healthy, robust community that lives right for God and enjoy its results only if you do the work. Nobody wants to do the work now. After all these diseases and everything that hit, nobody's not really doing anything. And then, you know, there's so many layoffs and jobs being cut now. Um, there's just so much going on. The inflation, you know, people losing their homes. So, yeah, this part is there's a notification. So, yeah, working together is something, you know, that this world have to work on because you turn on the news, BBC, whoever, it's some violence taking place. And it's clear that we're near the end. And so, if you do the hard work of getting along with each other and treating each other with dignity and honor, you will have great results. And so, this is journaling. And so, what are you going to do today? You know, you might see someone that needs help, or your family member needs help, and, you know, helping them, you know, um, with whatever is going on, and reciprocal as well. It's not constantly just you doing everything because then that's not going to work either because them depending on you to do everything, no, they need to, let's do this together. So make the effort and be humble and courteous. Humility is all that smoothest and soothes relationships, and courtesy is showing respect and having consideration even in disagreements here. And so that's the debates that's going on now, the disagreement, and here we go again. the healthcare, jobs, school. They're not even teaching. You know, they have some new curriculum now that has nothing to do with reading and writing and arithmetic. And there are children who still can't read. And that is the parents' job. They are not doing their job. You need to teach your child how to read. And one more, Hebrews 10:25. And let us not give up the habit of meeting together as some are doing. Instead, let us encourage one another and in deep fellowship and built with confidentiality only in the safe environment. Well, you used to go to church, but somebody that went in there and shot up the churches. So it's hasn't been safe to go even to church. So they can, you can meet up somewhere else, wherever that is, and create a deep fellowship with one another and and share in your group your deepest hurts, needs, and mistakes. That yeah, this confidentiality part, no, because they're going to use it against you. You don't even know who you are confiding in. Okay, that's like a rich person confiding in a poor person. Utterly ridiculous. So you have to be careful with that. You must have frequent and regular contact with your group and build genuine fellowship with each other. Fellowship requires an investment of your time. Real fellowship takes effort. So, yeah, this point is about cultivating community, and it's so diverse now because there are so many people that have moved over here to America. And, know them, you need to learn their language, they need to learn English. You need to, you know, try to get to know one another, but that's been very, very hard to do. So, you know, just, you know, keep, like here it's saying, um, building that genuine fellowship. So that's something to work on wherever you're at. And yes, they do have, different groups out there, all these groups going, and you could join them. I see them on social media all the time. I mean, there's so many, and maybe you can find one. So, yes, I just want to share that with you that it's imperative to cultivate your small community, large community, and it makes the world a better place. So, like minded people, you know, yeah. So, yes, angels, I just want to share that with you. And thank you for listening. And hopefully, this video did go all the way through without getting cut off. I seen where a couple of my videos, I thought I was completely done, and it was just cut right off into, what I was saying. So, all right, angels, have an amazing day.